Bannister Park, 3820 Bannister Road. As with all of our parks, the parking lots, sidewalks, and picnic areas need to be blown clear of debris. This means any lawn clippings that come from mowing the turf areas or tree branches that have come down, anything big needs to be reported to park staff so that we can come out and chop it up with chainsaws and remove it. Up ahead you see a fence line past the parking lot here. That's where our property ends. This is the very south end of the park. Alright, so we're moving east now past the parking lot. The turf here isn't really programmed on. It does get rather high though over the course of the year depending on rains. You can see the ground falls off to the right there. That's the edge of the managed terrain. Moving north, this walk path here is not technically our property. In the confines of the park, we'll blow it clear of grass clippings, debris, and dirt, just so people aren't hurt on it. Moving past it, this is the south end looking north of our soccer fields. We have two of them at this park. Over to the right here, kind of directly ahead, you can see a tree line, a lot of oaks out there. That's kind of the end of the managed turf. It's kind of heading towards it again. Off to the right you can see the ground kind of falls off a little bit. The grass to the right of that short hillside gets rather tall, so it needs to be knocked down on a regular basis. That tree line you see ahead is the extent of our managed property. Likewise, to the north where you see the dead grass there. Sorry, I'm moving away from it really quick. I'll come back to it again. That north end is also the limit of our managed property. There you go, there's that dead grass at the north end. A little bit of a closer shot at it here. Something to keep in mind is that anywhere there are soccer goal posts or picnic tables, etc., on turf, these need to be moved to the side so that you can mow under and around them. Just looking back south towards the parking lot, you can see a roadside in the distance here. That's the west side of our property. All the way from that west edge there to the short hill behind me, which we just recently looked at, is the extent of our property. We're heading back down to the south end in that initial turf area we explored. Here I'm just going to walk you over to the south edge of the property. This hillside goes down quite steeply after this point. We don't need you to mow down there or weed eat. This is a school up ahead. The fence line is the delineation between their property and ours. This is looking off to the east. As soon as the hillside starts heading down there, you don't need to maintain beyond it. Just heading back to the parking lot here real quick, just to point out that tree wells and planters around parking lots, anywhere we have mulch or around trees, need to be cleaned up. Pesticide spraying is acceptable in those areas, and the mulch needs to be blown back into them